Some Green Bay kids are learning a lifelong recipe on how they can give back to the community.
It is through the King Arthur program, Life Skills Bread Baking Program. This week, nearly 200 students from McAuliffe Elementary School were shown how to bake bread. It's a lesson taking what they already know and having some fun.
So cut it all the way off and then stir it up, James. Every ingredient in bread has a job, but bread's a really old food. It's been around for a long time. And if you have flour, water, salt, and yeast, you have the ingredients for bread. But all of you may make a different kind of bread than this one, or I do at home. And that's okay. There's thousands of kinds of recipes for bread. We're going to use our scientist senses again. What does that look like, James?
Kind of looks like foggy water.
Foggy water. What does it smell like?
Like a bakery.
Like a bakery. What about you, Becca? What do you think? We're going to use their noses because yours are too far away. It doesn't smell very good. Does it look very good? Not like you'd want to eat it, does it? Well, guess what? If you have dirty-looking water that smells kind of funky right now, you're doing everything exactly. And then James is going to measure us 1/4 cup of oil. Now, the salt needs to come from your kitchen pantry and the oil also. You can use vegetable oil or canola oil or olive oil or corn oil or melted butter. Just pour that in, James, and stir it up. Don't use automobile oil, okay? None of that. So how many cups do we have in there? One? Okay. That's kind of a hard job, Becca, when we're down to the end of our flour. But that means have a little turn. And we probably are not going to need it for 5 minutes. But look at the clock and check your time at home, and that will help give you an idea. You're also going to build your date change. Okay, when you have leftover flour, and you will have at home, then you're just going to take your flour and put it back in your bag, because you'll have more. You guys did such a good job kneading. Thank you, James. Now, at this point, your dough likes to rest. See this stuff right here? We don't want that in our dough. How do we know that it's ready? Ooh, it feels great, James. If you'll take your fingers like this, ready, guys? 2 fingers, and do the test. Just poke it, and if it springs back, then that means, oh, see, it's coming back. You have a strong poke there. Okay? If it springs back, then you know that it's ready. So we're going to, James, and wipe all the sides and the bottom of that down. Then our dough won't stick to it when we put it back in that bag. You guys did a great job kneading. And 20 is just a good guessing number. Obviously, you'll be having so much fun, you'll have to make yourself stop. It has a really pretty side, and then one where we've gathered it all together. Thanks, James. Take this pretty side and put it down in there, and then flip it over. What you've done is put a little layer of oil on that dough so it doesn't dry out. You can put that right in the trash. Your hips to that and it will stay in place. Good job. You'll take your bread or a pan. You just put it on a pan. It can look like this. It can be a cookie sheet, whatever you have at home. If you don't have a pan, you can use some oil. Okay. Take this and just press it down. Get it started in a circle, will you? And Becca's going to take this and a rolling pin. If you don't have a rolling pin, you can use a can. Cover it with a little plastic bag and roll it out, and use your muscles, okay? When we're rolling, we are all tied in knots sometimes. Try it. Skinny up to this table, though. I tell you, that just a little bit.